Are we on?
Yeah, we are.
Sorry, I was just eating a delicious pear. It's important to maintain bone health. Okay, that'll do. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Edge's Facebook page's #1 show at this particular time. It's 3 to 5 things we didn't have time to talk about today. Brought to you by our brand new sponsor, Train Like Heroes, 400 Monarch Avenue in Ajax. Listen, I go to this gym all the time, and it's been really good for my mental health. Nikki, Mike, Robbie, those are the trainers that work there. Super nice people. And I'm serious when I say that. Like, I get stressed out very easily. Everyone says I have mental health issues. I deal with anxiety. I'm not saying I have mental health issues, but I'm a very anxious, stressed out dude all the time. And I swear, since I started going there in like the middle of October, it feels like the volume on the world's being turned down a bit. Like, I'm not as stressed out about things anymore. I find it easier to cope with things. And if I'm stressed out, I go to the gym. So go. Train Like Heroes, 400 Monarch Avenue in Ajax. First things first. This one, Facebook. Are we there? We're there. Facebook. First things first. Facebook has made an application for a patent that will allow them to monitor the microphone and the camera on your computer or device while you're logged into Facebook. You think that's crazy and paranoid, but that is an actual patent that they filed, which is on public record, that you can research. Now, there's also a very famous photograph of Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, and he's sitting in front of a desk, and he's got like a piece of tape over the camera on his phone and the microphone on his laptop. We doctored this. That's not the real photograph, but it's so good you'd think it was real. Great job, Matt. Anyways, so Mark Zuckerberg, the guy who built Facebook, is so paranoid about this stuff, even he puts tape over the camera of his phone. So this photo, he's got his MacBook open, there's tape over the mic, there's tape over the camera, because he doesn't want anybody hacking into his computer, watching what he's doing, listening to what he's saying, while he's potentially planning out initiatives for the Facebook, thereby controlling all of our lives. Now, you think that's weird, but how do you think Mark Zuckerberg is worth billions of dollars? How? How is he worth so much money? Because you log on to Facebook all the time, and they analyze the places you go. They analyze the things that you like. They analyze the groups that you join, the way you share things. All that stuff they keep track of. They sell to advertisers. That's why you can use Facebook for free, is because they're monitoring every single thing you do. Is this me being paranoid? No, it's not paranoid if it's 100% true. That's literally how they make money. That's why he's so rich. Like, we always talk about how, like, 1984, like, Big Brother is going to be watching you and everything that you do. No, we don't need Big Brother. We don't need Big Brother. We're already more than willing to be like, oh my God, I went to this particular address at this time and I ate this salad. It was so good. Oh my God. And then you register that again. They follow the trends of you. They realize this person likes to eat salads at restaurants because they're really exciting. So then all the advertising that pops up on your website, the advertising that gets targeted to you on Facebook, involves salads. Salads.com. Toss salad. This person loves tossing salad. Potentially. We'll have to wait and see. You know, that's actually like a fear of mine. Not tossing salad. But it's a fear of mine that the camera on my phone will be accessed while I'm like JOing or something. They'll take a picture of me JOing, and then they'll post it saying that I was sending that photo to like some young lady or something, or that I was harassing some woman by sending her all these unwarranted pictures. And I wouldn't have done it, but I wouldn't know, because my phone's been hacked. And that's the thing, is I work in the media. I know that the media survives on stories like this. There's nothing people love more than taking somebody who's doing all right and is in the public eye and then just shredding them and exposing all their dirty little secrets and everything that they do. So what could end up happening is somebody could hack into my phone, hack into my computer, and they could start taking pictures of whatever it is that I'm doing, like my mediocrely endowed member, and then they'll start sending that to somebody repeatedly. And this person will not know who I am, and then be like, who is this person that's sending me these pictures? They post them online. I'm the one that gets thrown under the bus. And the thing is, this has happened. This actually happened to a teacher in California. And as soon as the story broke, this guy lost everything. He lost his job, was unable to pay his bills. He lost his credit rating, lost the condo that he was in. And then about a year and a half later, because bear in mind, he had to pay private investigators to track down what happened. A year and a half after the fact, he didn't get his job back. He didn't get anything back. His whole life was ruined because of this. It's legitimately something I'm terrified about, because I'm not at that place where I can just jail wherever I want, whenever I want anymore. I'm not a dude living on my own. I'm a family man. I have children. They're upstairs asleep. And my wife is upstairs watching TV while I'm alone in the basement, in the dark, the camera phone going, watching videos, whacking away furiously. This is something I'm afraid of. This is real life stuff. So if you ever see this come in a headline like a few months from now, just know that I warned you. I'm terrified about it. Moving on. Looks like during Shark Week on Discovery, Michael Phelps is going to race a shark. Unfortunately, it's not as exciting as you think. There's no way they're going to put Michael Phelps in the water with a shark and he's going to swim. It's just not going to happen. I have a feeling that they're just going to time Michael Phelps swimming the same distance and a shark swimming that distance. There's no way you're going to get them in a pool together. But imagine if they did. I have a dream of bringing back gladiatorial combat. It's a dream of mine. Like, you ever see The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger? I think that is the future of television. You take people, you put them in a position where they have to fight to the death, or they have to, like, fight animals, or escape from animals, etc., 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 etc. It's like a lottery. Like, let's just say you get, like, what?
Talking about Hunger Games.
That's about political oppression, Madison.
Battle Royale.
This is no, that's just rich people being perverse. This is not about perverse. This is about turning the justice system into a money-making machine, like they've done in such states as New Mexico, where you can get a traffic ticket, get thrown into Gen Pop for a month, and then find yourself in jail for like 40 years because of a traffic ticket. Yeah, but this is way better. So, what ends up happening is, you got 100 people, and you give all of them forks, and then they have to fight a lion. Imagine that. 100 people with forks versus a lion, but it's a juiced up angry lion fed with anabolic steroids. How about this? You give 100 people, I don't know, sticks, and you make them fight an elephant. What's going to happen? I don't know. Let's do that. We could also have, like, if we want to keep it like with Michael Phelps fighting sharks, why not children fighting octopuses? A child and an octopus, that's a good fight. Knee-deep water, octopus comes around, kung fu guy over here. That's great. Like, that looks real. I would believe that that was an actual sport. In Thailand, I'm assuming, or the Philippines. I don't know. Wherever octopus fight children for money. Make that happen, Fox News. I'm looking at you. All right. I want you to take a good look at this picture. You got a woman in front of a VLT saying cash ticket, $42,949,672.76. This is a woman at a VLT in New York State. She got a jackpot of $42.9 million. She's very excited. Imagine what would go through your head after you get that. Probably you're like already writing out all the people in. Because we've all got people in our lives that we deal with by necessity that we don't like. But you kind of have to deal with them. But now she can like move away from the area she's in where she's got to deal with those people. Oh, there's so many. You just deal with them because you've got to and you hate them so much. What, me? You'd move away from me, Madison? Come on, buddy. I thought we were friends. Do you want half of this pear? Take it.
Good.
All right.
You mean peach?
No, there's a pear. Idiot. Anyways. It fell over! Ew. I've made it completely there we go. Right. Do we have a pear cam? Do people see that? Look at that. Anyways, moving on. Madison, me. We'll have a pear cam next time, just for the pear. But for now, $42.9 million. She's on her way to the cashier to cash out, get her money, and move to a faraway island somewhere. Like, she has probably made so many plans. Your brain would be going like a mile a minute between the walk from the VLT to the cashier. Gets to the cashier, What do they tell her? Oh, that's a mistake. We don't have to give you the money. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. No, why is it a mistake? Because you said so? The thing is if the machine is faulty, you weren't looking after it properly, and it hasn't been repaired, if anyone's going to have to pay her the money, it's going to be the company that made the VLT. Because they said no, they don't owe her anything. She's been trying to sue. They're not doing statements. They're not doing anything. She is due. She had the ticket. She's got the ticket that said she won the money. But they're just choosing not to pay her. That's like the best thing ever. Imagine if on payday you didn't get any money and you went to your boss and you're like, hey, you guys are supposed to give me my paycheck. No, that's a mistake. We don't have to pay you. We don't pay you. That's not what we do here. We don't pay you. We don't pay you money. It's not there. But I don't want anybody to think that I'm slandering this casino. I'm not. Because they did give her a gift certificate for a wonderful steak dinner and a $2.50 complimentary alcoholic beverage from the bar. Come on. I mean, it's not $42.9 million. But it's better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? Moving on. This is a wonderful place known as Scotland. Now, Scotland is known for redheaded people, bar fights, and Braveheart. It's also known for ghosts, or as they say in Scotland, ghosts. So, there's this house, and it's owned by this family, and this family has children, and they needed a babysitter for the children in the house, okay? And they hired a nanny, but the nanny left. She said it was a ghost. Another nanny came in. She couldn't watch after the kid either. Said there was a ghost. Third, ghost. Now they're looking for a fourth nanny, paying £65,000 a year, which is approximately $120,000 a year, to be the nanny of these children in this haunted house. Now, my theory is that there is no ghost. The children are just terrible, terrible children. And the reason I have this theory is because odds are, if you're a nanny, you've got to have some contract or something in place saying that you can look after the kids, yada, yada, yada. And you don't want your professional reputation getting ruined because you can't look after some awful, terrible kids. So rather than admit that you can't look after these kids, you just say that there's a ghost in the house. But maybe there is a ghost in the house. Why not just sacrifice one of the children to the ghost? That will keep the rest of the kids in line, all right? I'm telling you, nothing keeps kids in line like a good old-fashioned ritual sacrifice. Moving on. All right. I'm going to get pretty controversial here. These two young ladies are about to graduate from the University of Toronto. And they are the organizers of the first ever black-only graduation ceremony from the University of Toronto. Now, here's the thing. What frustrates me about this graduation isn't even so much the graduation. It's the way people have reacted to it. Because whenever you've got something like this that's really divisive, you always end up with people immediately radicalizing the entire issue. Now, these two young ladies are not racist against white people or Asian people or anybody. I understand the reasoning behind wanting to do this. They make a great point that less than 2% of the graduating classes from post-secondary institutions in Ontario are black. Particularly like master's degree programs, doctorate programs. You're looking at even smaller and smaller numbers. Like, it's vastly disproportionate to the amount of black people that we have in the GTA. So they want to have a black-only graduation ceremony to highlight all the hard work these black students have done in order to graduate. Because this is what they're dead set against. They're dead set against these white-only pictures that show up on graduation sites that they say are demoralizing to young black students of Caribbean and African descent in the greater Toronto area. I agree that they have the best of intentions, and I agree with the motivations behind it. And I agree that something desperately needs to be done to make the graduating classes as representative of the diversity of Toronto as... Did I make sense? That the graduating class is as diverse as the Greater District of Toronto is? Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Good. Because I'm trying not... Here's the thing. I'm trying not to screw up my words here because we live in an era where me even talking about this automatically puts me in a position where people are going to say that I'm being racist. And I'm not. I want diversity. I want a melting pot. That's the thing. I am a fan of the concept of the melting pot, where everybody comes together, everybody gives, everybody dissolves all the racial and social barriers that exist. Cultural barriers start to fall apart, and everybody gets together. Everybody enjoys everything. Everybody does everything together. But that's not the way things are going. We're getting towards like a point where people aren't just people. People are being divided into a group, and you have to be part of a group. Nobody wants to be taken by their individual merit anymore. It's all about being part of a specific group. You're not just a person. You're a gay Hispanic male. You're not just a person. You're a black heterosexual woman. Whatever happened to just being people? And I know that I come from a very wonderful place of privilege when I say these things, but I get very frustrated when I see something like a black-only graduation ceremony. Not in the sense that I don't think that there's a reason to celebrate it. I'm saying it's a very slippery slope, because mark my words, you know what's going to be the reaction to this? A bunch of those alt-right white douchebags that are going to start up some stupid whites-only graduation thing, and then they're going to get all the racist idiots to polarize. It's going to polarize, it's going to polarize, it's going to polarize. And it's very frustrating. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be allowed to have a black-only graduation, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't be allowed to have a white-only graduation. I'm just saying it's frustrating that people feel the need to have one. Does that make sense? I just want everybody to get along. I want the world to be as harmonious as my street, which is a wonderful place. And I had some Iranian food yesterday that I can't properly pronounce because I mowed my Iranian neighbor's lawn, and it was absolutely fantastic. I don't even know what it was. It was a pepper with stuff in it, and it was delicious. Let the world be the pepper, is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to stop talking now because I'm already terrified that I'm going to get lots of hate over this.